My day was excellent. It started off with Chris Brogan. He did a great presentation, keynote speech at 8 o'clock, and it was very motivating and wonderful and funny.
I took from his overall presentation just the importance of really engaging with your audience, that a lot of companies use social media to push their messages out and really aren't responding to their audience's needs, to their questions. They aren't getting a chance to take the chance to get to know them. He was very engaging, it was very funny. I also found it interesting, there were a lot of students there surrounding me, and they were very active in asking questions and trying to figure out how to mesh their personal life online as well as with their professional image. I also enjoyed the reception last night. It was a great opportunity to meet people not only from other chapters in the U.S. but from other countries. I've met somebody from Saudi Arabia, someone from the Netherlands, and then of course a lot of other members and visitors throughout the Florida area as well. So it's been a really great conference. A lot of different people, different backgrounds, different ages, different industries. So I'm looking forward to seeing more today.
Even live at the PRSA International Conference, and what I learned from Chris Brogan was that you should share your knowledge and the things that you learn. Don't be selfish and don't just keep it all to yourself. Share your knowledge, and when someone else has something great to say, retweet their message. It's all about sharing and being inclusive and including people, making them feel important. So you shouldn't keep everything for yourself, you know what I mean? And I think it's a great message not only for the conference here, but in life too.
Okay, so I'm looking, I tried to read it, but I get to carve into the 13th of May. I stopped there, and then I'm just thinking here, well, how can I turn this into something interesting? And first, to figure out what it really means is some scientific stuff in parts of birds can tell you what they ate that day. So I'm talking to the professor, they figured out a way to tell you what birds ate that day. And I said, can't you just watch them? Which is actually a dumb question because they fly, right? So you can't see what they ate before they got to where you traveled. And they want to know what they ate when they're migrating to make sure that we don't overdevelop the habitat of what they need to eat so they can still get up and down the eastern seaboard. So it's legitimate research. But I didn't think that was strong enough to get national media attention like the standard that I was holding myself to. So I come back to this and I just look at what's interesting, and I just kept hitting on this word here. Breath. Say it. Bird breath. Doesn't that sound weird? Doesn't that just make you curious? Dr. Hatch, how did you even sample bird breath? And he says, oh, that was the hardest part. I had to make this thing, we put it on their beak, and they breathe into it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I've already heard it, so what's the pitch? What's the pitch angle? Bird breathalyzer, yeah? Can I do something with that? I can't call you up and say I found out how to tell what birds ate that day, but I can call you up and say, this is the fun part of our job. Remember how we got into this and be creative and all that business? This part about under the influence, that was just a lucky pun. We happen to be a bird breathalyzer. That's not what sold the story. What was the point where this went from being boring to interesting? That you can copy. Ask questions about the process. Nowhere is there a slide that says write clever puns. That usually fails. The point is, ask questions about the process if the result is interesting.
I just left a session on personal branding and branding yourself, and it really brought to my attention that I spend a lot of time thinking about my clients and my customers, which is great, but I need to work more on branding myself And if I want to get to what they call your utopia, which is your major goal, where you want to be in 5-10 years, I need to focus on what I need to do for myself and what I need to do to promote myself to get to that goal. So made me think about a lot of things, and it was a really good session, one of many here at PRSA National Conference.
I just finished a session about branding yourself, which I thought was really interesting. You can use that whether you're a new practitioner just starting out in the field or an established practitioner, how to kind of brand yourself to your boss to say, hey, this is what I do, this is why I'm important. It's just really interesting. I think everybody should go through that session just to kind of relearn what your personal and professional goals are and make sure you're getting out of your career what you want to.
My favorite session today at the PRSA International Conference was the session on developing the mindset of a strategist. In the session, he talked about giving CEOs 3 options when you come to them with a problem. The first part of your conversation should outline what the situation is, a situation analysis. It should give some additional supporting information and then outline 3 options for the CEO to choose from. Do nothing, fix the problem, and then a third option. It could be in between, it could be developing something new to cover the problem, and being prepared with a recommendation so that you walk in and the CEO really feels like you're prepared to help him with the business solution for the problem that you're trying to help him solve. So that was really my favorite part of the conference today. It was one of my big lessons learned here at the conference.